It's time for another exciting episode of the Joshcast. Josh. That's a Gregorian chanter who has the same accent as Sean Connery. No idea why that happened, but it did. Okay, great. So the day after I find out my insurance is cutting me off, actually the night of that I find that out, for like a brief moment I felt dizzy. And I immediately freaked out and went, oh God, what if this is cancer? What if I'm dying? And was unable to feel calm. I'm still not calm about it. I'm still freaking out about it a little bit. And my head feels a bit, I don't want to say stuffy, but just kind of, a little bit stuffy. Someone in the office had a cold. Now I'm worried about catching the cold in the middle of the summer, of course. But just this kind of feeling of my head feels a little heavy. Like a good night's sleep would kind of get rid of it. But I don't think I got a good night's sleep. So I'm, just feeling this just general sense of anxiety. And then I just keep obsessing over, well, my career. How am I gonna get my career on the ground? How do I need to build a following. How do I build a following? And I'm not sure if just rambling about my neuroses is going to be the linchpin to my success. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm obsessed with. Build a following. Josh, you got to build a following. You got to have 1 million followers on Instagram. What are you posting on Instagram? Josh, are you posting pictures of you leaning over a building on Instagram? Are you posting sexy pictures on Instagram? Are you a sexy person? Josh, are you sexy? I wouldn't describe myself as sexy. I would describe myself as a Honda. I don't know what to do, and I'm feeling this is the anxiety that I feel in the beginning of the day. All right, I got to do something. What am I going to do? Got it. Write a screenplay. No. I want to do that. I want to be a comedian. I want to be a stand-up comedian. Well, I need a following. All right, how do I get the following? Okay. Well, I need to get a bunch of followers on social media. How do I get followers on social media? I've got to be constantly doing content on social media. How about I do a podcast where I obsess about getting followers on social media, and I can throw that out there, and it'll be out there with all the other podcasts that all the other comedians are doing. That doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. I need to game the system somehow. I need to find the new platform. What's the new platform that people are talking about? Twitch, that's the new thing. Twitch. People are playing video games on it. I don't like playing video games. Somebody told me you got to play video games for like 10 hours straight in order to get enough followers on Twitch. I don't want to play video games for 10 hours straight. I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. I just don't want to do that. What do I want? I just want to show up and do a show and then go away and sleep with a Brazilian supermodel. She doesn't necessarily have to be from Brazil, but there's something about being from Brazil. I don't know why. Blanca from Street Fighter 2, he's from Brazil, not a supermodel. But then again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. A lot going on there. Well, this is becoming one of those stream of consciousness podcasts, which I think if you walk into a room and say stream of consciousness podcast, that is what will cause 90% of the people in that room to immediately have a panic attack. That's my theory. No one wants to hear a stream of consciousness podcast. Well, I could be wrong. Maybe they do. Maybe James Joyce would. James Joyce doing a podcast. That's what I want to see right there. Barely got through. I didn't even get through Ulysses. A guy with red hair was shaving. That's as far as I got. Ulysses. Guy with red hair shaving. Got it. Understood. I read the Wikipedia summary about it. He's an angry guy going around having conversations. too close to home. Maybe that's why I couldn't read it. Driving next to a Chevy Volt, feeling guilty because my carbon footprint is bigger than the Chevy Volt's carbon footprint. Chevy Volt also allowed to drive on in the express lane, in the carpool lane, because it is a Volt. It's got one of those stickers. The sticker stays with the car. You can't just take off the sticker and put it on a car. So if he sells that car, the sticker comes with the car. That's my understanding of it. That's neat. How long is that going to last, though? Because the more and more hybrid cars there are, they're probably not going to give out those stickers. If they could have given those stickers, stopped giving those stickers out already. And at which point I tell you I should have done more research before I talked about this, but I didn't know I was going to talk about it because it's a Stream of Consciousness podcast. So there we have it. Don't know what to do. See, this is what Anthem is doing to me. Do you see what I'm reduced to? Thanks to Anthem. Also, still have not cracked the lawn care bit. Still have not cracked it, but I'm not giving up on the bit. Let's start over. Let's just break this down. I believe that having a lawn that is constantly maintained is stupid because it wastes water, which is a precious and valuable resource. Why do people have lawns? Every conceivable reason why someone would have a lawn does not seem to be as important as protecting our resource of water. Well, I like the way it looks and I take pride in my lawn. Yes, but you're going to die of thirst in 10 years. Well, if we don't do it, then the neighborhood will fine us. Yes, because we're all going to die of thirst in 10 years. Well, I don't really care, but my significant other is the one that cares. Both she and or he and or Z and or you are going to die of thirst in 10 years. None of these reasons are good. The only conceivable reason that it would make sense to me why we have to maintain our lawns is if there was a race of aliens who came to Earth and said, listen, we will destroy you unless you keep those lawns pristine. We are obsessive, compulsive aliens. And the last thing we want to see are houses with overgrown lawns. We are watching you. Then, I guess, you got to do what you got to do when it comes to lawn care. But I can't think of any other reason. Any other reason. Well, it's nice to be in nature. Then go to nature. You are not in nature. You are in Riverside, California. That is not nature. That is no longer nature. You can't have it both ways. Either you get to be in nature or you are in an area with good access to malls and hospitals. Yeah, still not funny. The other thing I'm finding, no matter how much I do this, it always seems to come down to this reality with the stand-up with me. That people seem to like it the best when I just make fun of myself. Or maybe when I make jokes about nerdy sci-fi stuff, which in a way is still making fun of myself. But when I try to attack other people or I try to attack other ideas, it just doesn't land. And I can't tell if that's a failure on my part or if that's just how I'm built. Interesting conundrum. Because I know that immediately, this lawn thing, if I talk about the fact that I don't own the lawn, I'm living on a property right now, it's 150 square feet, and the property owner, she's the one that owns the lawn. So I'm just observing, I'm lawn adjacent. It's not even my lawn. She could do whatever she wants with her lawn. I would advise not wasting water, but I don't want to rock the boat, or in this case, the lawn. I don't want to rock the lawn. I am tired. I was told I was low energy yesterday. I'm a low energy comic. I never thought of myself as a low. I always thought I was too high energy. That's what everyone told me. You got too much energy. But I finally figured out that way to mitigate the energy that's too high. It's very simple. It's called not exercising while getting older at the same time. And now I am not too high energy. If anything, I may not be high energy enough. But seriously, lawns. Seriously, people. I feel like I should at least end with something funny. That should be the point of this. It's supposed to be a comedic podcast, for God's sake. Randall, could I talk to you for a second? Yes. What's on your mind? Jenkins, what's on your mind? Well, Randall, I've noticed lately that you just haven't been yourself. You seem, well, for lack of a better term, low energy. Yes, I must confess I am. I lost the will to be high energy. Well, Randall, that's a problem. Given our line of work, we need to be high energy at all times. I mean, you are, after all, a birthday clown. I know that. I know I'm a birthday clown. I know that we are birthday clowns. I know that we belong to an ancient fraternal order of birthday clowns. But I just don't feel it. Well, we've gotten some complaints about the parties you've been going to. You, at the last party, instead of doing tricks or making balloons, you complained about why people have lawns. And even though most of the kids agreed with you in theory, they were not entertained. I don't know, I'm tired. I'm just tired of clowning around. Well, then you need to consider a different line of work. Believe me, I have. I have considered it. That's why I've decided to become a birthday existentialist. Excuse me? A birthday existentialist. I come to birthdays, children's birthdays, parents hire me and I come, and I explain to the children that any sense of morality they have is a construct that is in no way attached to a significant deity or to some kind of mechanical universal working that is affected one way or the other if they choose to be good or bad. I'm a birthday existentialist. You know that you can't do that working for this company. Oh, of course. I'm putting in my 2 weeks' notice. I already have a bunch of offers lined up. Really? Yes. I'm big in France. Here's what concerns me about that last sketch. Some friends, I should credit this idea for this. That I have some friends who were in college and they at one point came up with clown characters. And one of the clown characters was really, like, they were angry clowns. So I guess my spin on it is this is more of a depressed clown. Because you got to play what you know what I mean? I miss those guys. It was David May, it was Wes Freitas, and it was Brett Simmons. Cool people. I still hang out with David. Haven't seen the other two in a long time. I don't know if I would. I mean, we were friends with David, but the other two, we were not so much friends as, I think, acquaintances. I don't think they. I do remember one time I made Brett. I pissed off Brett one time. I remember this because we were playing. With airsoft guns around the campus, and I got really too into it, and I found him and I ambushed him and I shot him like 19 times, and he was cool about it, but he was irritated. Yeah, when we get into it, when we get into that or laser tag, I get a little nuts. Granted, I don't normally win at any of it, but I play to win. My lizard brain kicks in and it says, "Hey, you're the smallest one here, so you better put 110% into it, or we are not going to contribute to the gene pool." Laser tag. That's a thing. I enjoyed laser tag. That's fun. I get to the point now where if I ever play it, I don't really run around. I just go find a corner, stand there, and just try. I'm a sniper. That is how I'm doing health-wise. I'm laser tag sniper level of health. All right, that feels like a better place where we can end this.